light burns the sun upon the misty mountain where the woodland waters run and tumble to the sea with the force of your story. Oh, Cascadia, work of the ages, garden of our dreams.
Cascadia, what is it and what does it have to offer? The answer to that question depends on who you ask. On one side you have secessionists and on the other, bioregionalists. But first, let's explain where Cascadia is. Located in the western region of the North American continent, or to known as many, the Pacific Northwest. It is nestled between two countries of Canada and the United States, but its borders are often disputed between its followers. So what exactly would Cascadia look like? If you're a secessionist, someone who believes in completely leaving the United States and Canada, you're probably most familiar with the geopolitical boundaries from the previous countries, states, and provinces. Something that looks the sort of this. But if you're a bioregionalist, someone who believes in ecological borders designed by nature, Cascadia looks like this. But the question still remains, what does Cascadia have to offer? Well, with a population of 17.1 million people, making it the 67th largest country by population, and an estimated GDP of 3 trillion US dollars, the fifth largest GDP of any country, it would be no question that Cascadia would be a sustainable and prosperous country. Some of the largest industries would be aerospace, technology, energy, and forestry, and some of the largest companies would include Amazon, Starbucks, Microsoft, Boeing, Costco, Nike, T-Mobile, and Columbia Sportswear. And to put the icing on the cake, Cascadia's landmass area would be an estimated 738,000 square miles, or for the rest of the world, 1.2 million square kilometers. Its citizens, known as Cascadians, would live well off with an estimated GDP of 75,000, making it the sixth largest between Ireland and Norway. In addition, most of its citizens aligned to the left of the political spectrum would be free to try new ideas, such as universal health care for the previous American citizens, as well as higher wages, universal college, workplace democracies, and housing for all. Now this all sounds great if you're a secessionist, but your bioregionalist counterparts would disagree with you on a lot of these issues. For example, bioregionists believe that the human population needs to decolonize nature and return back to living in communities, where every citizen plays a role towards decolonizing and lowering their consumption of natural resources. Another form of this ideology is known as communalism, which refers to a system that integrates community ownership of production and private property, which is not to be confused with personal property. This system separates communities into communes of around 10,000 people, and together they form a federation of communes that create an overall arching government. While this ideology is hard to implement in a post-capitalist, post-imperial society, it isn't the most likely to be implemented into the country of Cascadia. With a large majority of the population familiar with a modified version of oligarch democracy, the country of Cascadia would most likely implement some form of republic in which the country's power is held by its governed. In retrospect, Cascadia could be a country of tremendous prosperity for its citizens and trade partners, but that would require a large awakening of its populace before any of those dreams could be achieved.